Hi everyone, welcome back to the second half of the UCSC campus resource presentation. In this segment of the presentation, I will be covering resources for health and wellness. I think it is important as a student to take care of yourself, not just in your academics, but also within your health and your wellness, right? So I'll be talking a little bit more about resources that can contribute to that part of yourself on campus. So some of these resources are food pantries, right? The Student Health Center, Campus Advocacy Resources and Education, which is also known as CARE. I will be talking about Campus and Psychological Services, which is known as CAPS. I will also talk about the COVE, and I will also talk about the Student Health Outreach Programs. So food pantries, again, because this is the Rona edition, the food pantries are also functioning on a special hour and service, but there are multiple food and snack pantries on campus. They are operating, like I said, a special time, and you can find out more information about these different food pantries on basicneeds.ucsc.edu. But I think it's important for you to just know this because in the future, for those of you who will be spending 4 years as a UCSC student, you might be able to access these pantries in person, hopefully sooner or later. So some of the food pantries on campus are the Dean of Students Slug Support Pantry. The location for this pantry on campus is next to the Cowell and Stevenson Dining Hall. You can also find out more information at the Dean of Students at ucsc.edu website, which I linked here. I've also linked a lot of these websites and email addresses, again, if you want to get in contact with the folks who are in the lead of these spaces and resources. Another pantry is the Student Union Assembly Food Pantry, and this one is located at the Opers facility by the check-in desk near the pool. There's also the Ethnic Resource Center Snack Pantry. I will be talking more about what the Ethnic Resource Centers are in the next segment of this presentation. But this pantry, the snack pantry, is located on the 3rd floor of the Bay Tree Bookstore in the Quarry. There's also the Lionel Cantu Queer Center Snack Pantry, which is located at Merrill College next to KZSC. And then there's also a family student housing pantry for folks who are or will be living in the family student housing. That location right now is to be announced. And then another really cool resource for food access is the Cowell Coffee Shop, which is located right next to the Slug Support Food Pantry. I'm sorry, I forgot to put Slug Support there, but it's next to the Slug Support Food Pantry, which is located next to the Cowell Stevenson Dining Hall. And some just additional food resources. These resources aren't free, but they're available for you at a reduced cost. One of them is the UCC Produce Pop-Up. So they tend to pop up. They're food vendors, produce vendors, and they usually station themselves in the Rachel Carson College Quad, again, also near the Quarry Plaza. You can like them on Facebook, just search UCSC Produce Pop-Up and they'll come up and keep updated on their pop-ups and when they'll be able to come back in person. There's also the UCSC Market Cart. So they locate themselves at the base of campus, which is on Bay and High. And there is the website if you want to, I think that's the email address if you want to find out more information. And then there's also the Kresge Natural Food Co-op, which is located in Kresge College, and that's the phone number if you want to find out more information on what the Kresge Natural Food Co-op is. But I will also be talking more about the Kresge Co-op later on in this presentation. So I'm gonna move my little square down here. This is the Slug Support Pantry. This is one of the most popular pantries on campus, as you can see the picture right there. There's a lot of food that you can access. What you do need is your student ID, your physical student ID. When you enter, they'll swipe it, and or you just need to write down your student ID number. They have bread, they have rice, beans, peanut butter. Sometimes they have fresh produce, they have onions, fruits, canned foods. It's a really great resource and it's there for you all. Um, I also attached this flyer. This is the most updated flyer that we have received at EOP, and it just gives you the summer operation schedule. And also because this is also the Rona edition and we are functioning remotely, there is a new system for folks to be able to receive these resources and if you want food and stuff, you have to sign up to that link that's provided in these flyers. There is a step-by-step process, and the food pantry, the Slug Support Food Pantry, the Slug Support Pantry has teamed up with the Cow Coffee Shop. So they both will be working together and will be providing food for folks who need that food as safely and as best as possible. Please check out this flyer. If you want folks to forward this to you, you can ask Araceli or one of the USS mentors to forward this information to you. Please, if you're around the area, if you're going to be living near UCSC or in Santa Cruz, this is a great resource for you. If you are facing food insecurities, please don't hesitate to ask for help and reach out for this resource. It's a great resource. There's also the Student Union Assembly Food Pantry and Lounge. So this is the one that's near the Opers and the Opers field near the pool. This is also food pantry and there's a lounging space. There's fresh produce and they also carry ready to eat meals and non-perishables, meaning like, non-perishables like that have a long shelf life. They have snacks, coffee, teas, and there's a microwave available. So that's also mental note because maybe you might need a microwave and you are just finished with your workout and you have your breakfast and you want to warm it up. You can go to the SUA food pantry and they'll have a microwave for you. And you need your current UCSC ID to receive the food and bring your own bag. It's encouraged for us to bring our own bag so we can reduce waste. For the SUA food pantry, we have not yet learned about the updated schedule or the process due to Corona, but we will try to get that information out to you all as soon as we find out. There's also the ERC Snack Pantry, ERC meaning Ethnic Resource Center Snack Pantry. So the Ethnic Resource Center, they're very great and they're always trying their best to combat food insecurity. So they provide snacks for folks. They're up on the 3rd floor above the Bay Tree bookstore in the quarry if you want to access them. Again, if you have more questions, you can always call and email them if you want to know more about the updated Corona schedule. We will try our best to keep that updated and send you all that information. Again, check your email, UCSC email for those updates. There's also the Cantu Queer Center Food Pantry. So they also have a home style kitchen there, which is pretty cool. Self-service pantry with snacks. They also donate, they also accept donations. So if you know anybody who's down to donate for a good cause, you can ask them that they could donate. And yeah, these are their hours. If you want more information, you can also email them at queer@ucsc.edu. I'm gonna move my little square up here again. Oh my God, I can't. This is funny. I'm like putting, okay. Yeah, and again, like I mentioned, we will try to keep you all updated as to how you can still continue to access. If there's any food to be accessed during these times, we will keep you all updated. And yeah, however, I think, like I mentioned, I think it's really important for you all to just know what these ethnic resource centers can offer when we do go back to school, if that is in the near future. It's really important for you to know these resources and what they offer. And this is the Cow Coffee Shop. This is one of my favorite places to go, this is one of my favorite places to be at when I was at UCSC. This is the Cow Coffee Shop for the people. So this is actually a pretty cool coffee shop on campus. it's non-transactional. So you don't really have to pay for anything. All you really need is your student ID, and you just kind of log in on their sign-in computer desktop. And that's pretty much it. You can access anything that they have provided there. You can get tea, you can get coffee, bagels, fruit. You can study there. It's cool, cute little like spot, and it was one of my favorite places to go to right after like my class that I had in Stevenson and in Cal. I really love this shop. And like I mentioned in the beginning, the Slug Support Pantry has teamed up with the Cal Coffee Shop, and they are one of the resources on campus that are so active and who are intentionally trying to bring food for folks. So please check out that flyer. Please ask questions, call them up, figure out how you can get your food, because they're a really important resource and they're here for you all. The Kresge Food Co-op. So this co-op is actually a pretty cool project. They get their produce from the UCSC farm project, or the farm on campus, and they provide organic greens, which is freaking dope, right? So it's a nonprofit and it's student run, and it's located in the south side of Kresge. You can buy the food there, and you can also apply for membership. There's pricing, it all depends, but as a student, you do get a reduced price. So it's not free, but it's still accessible. And you can go in there to get snacks. There's produce, like I mentioned, groceries, lunches, all that stuff. And you can, you know, go in there and get what you need. Again, it's not free, but it's still accessible and it's at a reduced price. We don't know if they are operating currently right now with the coronavirus happening. But like I mentioned, we will try our best to update you all on these updates on the food pantries, or just these sources on campus that provide food, because we understand how important it is for students to have access to food. So Student Health Center. Student Health Center is a place that you would really need to consider to go to, especially because you have health insurance, right? And as undocumented students or undocumented people, this might be the first time you've ever had health insurance, so please take advantage of it. Please go get yourself checked out. Use the Student Health Center. So the Student Health Center is like a clinic, it's a health center. So basically you access it when you need any medical attention or you want to fill or get your medical needs. They offer routine medical appointments, same day care. So if you're feeling sick the same day, you can go and get your medical attention that same day you're feeling sick, or maybe you got injured or something, you can go. They have counseling services, which is the psychiatric services, which is CAPS, which I will be talking about. Nutritional counseling, which is pretty cool. You can sit down with a nutritionist and talk about your dietary restrictions, or et cetera, et cetera. They have promotional health programs. They do x-rays, they have a lab there, and they also have a pharmacy on site. So if you need medicine or if you have your meds, you can get them. It's literally right next door to the Student Health Center. So they provide birth control. They also do COVID-19 testing. So again, if you're around Santa Cruz and if you're near the area, you can go get tested there. Your health insurance covers it. You can get dental services, optometry services, radiology. You can do STI testing, again, nutrition, and then care, shop, and CAPS. I will be talking about those programs too, but they are all under the Student Health Center. The hours, 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. On Tuesday, they open at 9:30 a.m. That's the contact information. If you want to book an appointment, you can call the top number. But if you have general medical questions, they do have a 24/7 hour hotline. Excuse me, and that is the number on the bottom. You are expected to log into your health e-messenger for you to be able to like have a conversation with the doctors or your therapist. I will talk more about how that looks like towards the end of this presentation as well. The email here, healthcenter@ucsc.edu, that's an administrative email. So that's not recommended for medical questions because it's not a secure email address. So that's why they ask you to log into your Health e-Messenger, because that's a more secure way to communicate with the doctor and talk about your medical history and questions, et cetera, et cetera. You can also email insure@ucsc.edu for any insurance questions. Like if you want to know more about the insurance and what your insurance offers you, you can email them there. And you can just go to the healthcenter.ucsc.edu for more for more information. You can visit their website. So this is a Health e-Messenger. This is how you communicate, like I mentioned, with the therapists and doctors. You can Google Health e-Messenger, and then you'll click on the link, and it'll take you to the cruise, the blue and gold cruise login. I'm sorry. And you all should know how that looks like by now. You add your credentials, and you'll be able to you get transferred to the link where you'll be able to communicate and look at your messages. Again, this is a secure and confidential way for you to communicate with your doctor for non-urgent healthcare and mental needs. So if you want to book an appointment, if you want to follow up on something, if you want to ask a question, you can log into Health e-Messenger. The link, I provided it there. If you want to just hop on there, you don't have to Google it. You can come back to this presentation and click on that. If you have technical difficulties or you need help setting up your Health e-Messenger, then you can also click on that link. Again, this is for non-urgent healthcare and mental health needs. So if you are dealing with an emergency, please remember to always call 911. So this is how the Health e-Messenger login looks like. Once you click on that link or once you Google Health e-Messenger login, it'll take you to this, and then it'll say, welcome back, so you have to confirm your identity. So basically you just put in your birth date, you click proceed, and this is what the homepage will look like for you right here. And then I think most of you have already accessed your Health e-Messenger because you have to update and upload your immunization and TB screenings. So this is where you upload them at. This is also the messages. So this is where you will have messages from your doctor, therapist, your appointments, anything, referrals, all this information that has to do with medical stuff, you will find it here. So make sure to always check this and to make sure that you know how to use it. Oh my God, this little square. Oops, I'm just in the middle of the screen now. Okay. Okay, now we're going to talk about campus advocacy, resource, and education, which is CARE. CARE is a really amazing and very helpful resource on campus too. So what does CARE do? So CARE is committed to responding to the needs of community impacted by sexual violence, dating or domestic violence, stalking, and they provide prevention and intervention services. And this is also a confidential advocacy support program. What that means is that you don't have to worry about the CARE team having to report your incident unless you want it to be reported. This is important for you to know as a student, because let's just say, for example, if you are dealing or you know someone who is dealing with domestic or sexual violence, if you come talk to a counselor at EOP, for example, or at STARS or your major advisor, they are mandated reporters, meaning if you tell them that your life is in danger, or if you've experienced a form of violence or something illegal has done to you, they are obligated to report it to the administration or authorities. So not everyone is comfortable with that just yet. So an alternative resource can be for you to go to CARE. So that's what confidential advocacy means. You can tell them what you want to tell them, and they won't report it unless you are ready and want it to be reported. So I think that's a really important thing to remember. Again, the services is advocacy, confidentiality, they do crisis interventions, They accompany you if you want to talk to the police, if you want to talk to any other authority figure or another resource on campus or center, they can come with you as moral support. They also do academic support. So after maybe experiencing something traumatic like this, you might need someone to advocate for you to have extensions on projects or homework, et cetera, et cetera. They can also help you with that. They can do accommodations, housing, maybe if you don't feel safe in your current household. There's all these other accommodations that CARE can help you with. They also do safety planning, so maybe they can also help you, not maybe, they help you create safety plans. They do case management workshops and trainings. So they just provide so much information and they're a really great resource. I've also used this resource and they've been really nice. They're very mindful. They make you feel comfortable. And it's a really important and amazing resource on campus. I love them too so much. So their hours from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. There's their contact information. If you want to make an appointment with them, you can contact them at care@ucsc.edu. And you can also visit their website at care.ucsc.edu for more information. But they're great. They're physically located at Oaks College, but again, because for what? In Corona edition, they're working remotely. So the sessions will be virtual. So this is another cool resource. It's the Student Health Outreach Programs, also known as SHOP. Again, this is under the health center. So what does SHOP do? So SHOP is actually a program that provides students the ability to explore and enhance their health and their wellness during their academic experience here, alongside achieving their academic goals. So SHOP offers information, education, and resources and support on topics related to alcohol and safe partying and drugs and STIs, et cetera, et cetera. The services that they offer is the condom co-op. So they have access to condoms, and you can get those condoms for a very reduced price. They advocate for condom use. They give out free condoms when they table. They also have free and anonymous HIV testing, which is really important. It's a super helpful resource on campus. They also do health, they do sexual health workshops. They do sex and sexuality workshops. They partying safe workshops. They do amazing workshops. Just overall, just again, like your wellness and your experience as a UCSC student. They cover everything. Overdose prevention workshops, body image, diet, eating disorder workshops. They also have a wellness coaching class that they just recently started, which is again online. If you want to just be better at understanding what wellness is, what's best for you, you can talk to someone and they can coach you through that. So SHOP is super amazing. I really also appreciate them. They can also come out to your organizations and clubs if you want them to do a presentation for you. They're just very dope, and I encourage you to check them out. They're also located, their office is inside the health center. Oh, actually it's inside the pharmacy too. It's right next into, you walk into the pharmacy and they're right there. The office is right in there. Again, they're all operating though online and virtual. And those are their hours, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, but they are closed during 12 to 1 p.m. for lunch, which is also the same for the health center. I forgot to mention that, but yes, they take their lunch break from 12 to 1. Contact information, their email, their website if you want to know more. Their workshops are really engaging and they're very informative, and I've participated in a few workshops and a few trainings, and it's like recommended. 10 out of 10, 100%. The Cove is another really cool resource. So the Cove is, move this here, where did I move myself right here? The Cove is a safe space to be in community with other students who are committed or in the journey of recovering from alcohol and or other drug substances. Or it's also a space for folks who are loved ones of someone who is recovering from addiction. or for folks who are interested in working more in the journey of recovery from addiction, or just anybody else who doesn't want, who, or not who doesn't, but anybody else who wants to be involved in clean spaces, right? And is looking for a sober community. The Cove is the place for you, and they're pretty amazing. They do online recovery meetings. They also do Alcoholic Anonymous. They call themselves the Sober Slugs, which I think is really cute. They also do adult children of alcoholics. So, you know, some of us might be coming from a family who have an alcoholic parent, and if you need that support, the Cove can be a place where you can go. They do weekly workshops, they do peer support, and they host sober fun events on and off campus. Again, because of Corona, they are operating virtually and remotely. So the hours, it varies depending on the people who are available. The main contact for the Cove is George Brew. That's their phone number, and you can also like the Cove on Facebook. They're also available through this app called the Marco Polo video chat app, so you can also chat with them through that app. They're on TikTok and they're on Instagram, and then they also have a podcast on SoundCloud, which is really cool, and I'm also going to check it out. And then you can also visit the link right there. The information for the Cove is under the shop website. For more information, check that out. Also, just to mention, if you do contact George and you want to have a session with them, it will be through Zoom. You can also find that information on the website. Oh my God, CAPS, the Campus and Psychological Services. I love CAPS so much too. So CAPS, I got this off their website, but CAPS stands against oppression and violence in all forms, given that its impacts to harm and divide people because of their differences. So CAPS, again, it's a resource that is very, very, very important for you to access if you want to receive therapy, counseling, if you're on the road to becoming the better version of yourself and you're ready to unpack all of that trauma. LOL. You can go to CAPS and they provide counseling, case management. They do crisis assistance. They also help and work alongside the Cove with alcohol and other drug counseling. They do LGBTQ plus counseling. They also have a drop-in counseling session called Let's Talk. They also do off-campus referrals. So if you want long-term counseling, they can refer you to a therapist off campus. They also do group counseling. And they also host workshops on anxiety, mindfulness, how to study, etc., etc. I have been a recipient and a participant in these workshops. I've also done group counseling. I've also done one-on-one therapy. I've also gotten off-campus therapy. I love CAPS. Like, they've been there for me in some of the toughest times, and I feel like it can be a resource for you too, if that's something that you're interested in pursuing or looking into. I would highly encourage it. Their hours are from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. That's their contact. That's for the main receptionist number. Also, in order for you to be able to talk to your therapist, you will have to log into your Health eMessenger. And if you want to learn more about this and CAPS and their services, you can visit their website at caps.ucsc.edu. The wellness program. So I kept the wellness program. I put it in this segment, even though it is part of EOP, which we covered in the first part of this presentation. But the wellness program is also a very cool resource. They focus on providing access to EOP students to participate in recreational and athletic related activities. So what the wellness program is, like, they basically provide you with like the equipment you may need if you want to go like surfing or, you know, doing any recreational activities. They can provide you and let you borrow that equipment. They also pay your, like, you know, waiver, like any cost that you might have to pay if you want to go like mountain climbing or something like that. You can get that funding from the wellness program. They also want to promote like physical activity, and they want to encourage health and wellness all through, you know, being able to do these recreation activities. And it also builds community, right? And it builds networks with each other. It's really cool. Like a lot of folks have found really good friends and have experienced really awesome recreational activities through the wellness program. And I will highly encourage you to check it out too if you're the outdoorsy type of person. If you want to go kayaking, they've gone kayaking before. It's like really dope. You can contact EOP Wellness at ucsc.edu. Also check your UCSC emails because they send out really cool opportunities and workshops and stuff like that. So keep an eye out for them. Okay, so then I'm going to end it here for this segment. And again, you can go take a break, go take a nap, go take a walk, and come back here for the third segment where I'll be talking more about the RCs, which are the research centers on campus. I'll see you when you come back.